Bill Williams said hashtag save water. We need to help those being oppressed. It doesn't matter what order. And Mo Salah, he goes to ground every time.
Bad dream, and every time I open my mouth I'm screaming, but I can't scream.
Bring words to the one above, cleansing my past but also beseeching his mercy and love. But I don't take heed at the time as I make all my requests. See, I feel blessed as I confess all of my failed tests.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. And here it is, we're at that time again, Just Rhyme 2. SubhanAllah, it's been a long time, we've been anticipating this. We're excited, the crowd are coming out in numbers, alhamdulillah. We're hoping for this to be even better than the first.
Inshallah it will though.
Inshallah, we've got some incredible artists on this evening. You know, we've got Thomas, Get a Geek Boo, we've got Sid, we've got Jamal Khan, we've got Jamila L, we've got Makida, we've got Adam Speaks, SubhanAllah. What a lineup, it's incredible. If you couldn't make it, you're missing out, truly are, and just make sure that you do not miss Just Rhyme 3, because if you miss it a third time, I don't even know what to say, like real talk, I don't even know what to say. So inshallah, hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, my brothers and sisters. This is our second ever event. We're very excited to be able to bring this to you guys. We hope that you enjoy the evening, inshallah. There's going to be a lot of talented poets here tonight. We're going to get started first and foremost with the words of Allah. So we're going to have some Quran recitation.
ناشئة الليل هي أشد وطئا وأقوم قيلا إن لك في النهار سبحا طويلا واذكر اسم ربك وتبتل إليه تبتيلا.
Welcome everybody, and I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight. I know it's freezing cold outside, it was snowing earlier on, subhanAllah, so it's a pleasure to see so many faces despite that. The reason we started Just Rhyme, about a year and a half ago now, I was on Facebook and I was thinking of ways to sort of provide a platform for different poets where they can showcase what they have to offer. Obviously at the time I didn't really have anywhere to do that, so with one brother I decided that I'm going to start a Facebook initiative and called it Just Rhyme. And what it entailed is that every week there would be like a topic, and poets would send me a piece of their poetry, and I would upload it to my page, and people would read it. SubhanAllah, it became so famous that my page was literally blowing up every day, to the extent that I had to say, look, we've got to cut this out because I can't even keep track of what's going on my social media. That was how popular it became, alhamdulillah. Fast forward a short while after that, and I was having a discussion with Khattab, and I was talking about how I'd love to bring this to life. I'd actually love to be able to give people a platform to come out and perform and not feel afraid to share themselves and express what they have on their minds. And the best way to do that, I feel, is through poetry. So we were talking and we were thinking, okay, we know this community, we know this organisation called Revert to Reality, why don't we do it there? And alhamdulillah, may Allah bless Tala and Alia, the founders of Revert to Reality, because they have allowed us to come here and bring to you this platform that is now called Just Rhyme. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce the very talented Adam Speaks.
Wake up! Wake up and change this world. Wake up and help those who are suffering. Wake up knowing that you're doing something that is benefiting someone, somewhere, somehow. Wake up! I don't want to live an average life. Working 9 to 5 isn't for me, so performing, that's my key to live my dream and help society. What's yours? Getting on the train every day, walking past the same people every day, never making eye contact with the same people, Every day on the train we refrain to communicate. This only leads to hate because people can't relate. And no, I'm not saying let's all be mates, but this bubble we live in needs to evaporate so we can understand.
He just got home, tired and drained. He could barely stand, so he lay down with a can of coke in his right hand. His father walked in, head down. Dragging his feet in the room, he couldn't understand. Dad, why the doom and gloom? He replied, Mum. Dad, what's wrong with Mum? Is everything okay? He replied, Khattab. Dad, what do you mean? The boy stormed out, cried and lit a cigarette, bloody fist from all the walls that he had hit.
Out the house and I got some stares. Was it my clothes or my hidden hair? Then I heard the whispers that made my heart drop. Look at her, she's got no makeup on. You can see her flaws, isn't she ashamed? Does she really think a guy will look her way? Ugly. My stomach knots and I feel the tears wanting to escape.
And through the massacres of indigenous tribes, off the back of slave labour, human beings, innocent lives, power maintained by looting nations, military might, killing and lies, a history of death, indisputable, no matter how much he or she tries the truth, battered and bruised, but it never dies, so we turn off the TV, awaken and open our eyes. Realise that we're living in difficult times, hence why we put it in rhymes, mixing facts with similes and signs. So let's see, they killed Malcolm, killed Martin, Allende, Lumumba and countless more, crushing internal opposition and the controls of people home and abroad through drones, black war, weapons companies and wars. All while saying, we ain't got money to give to the poor.
So many of my brothers and sisters face aggression. People in Rohingya, Syria, Afghanistan under constant oppression. The Ummah is bleeding, we can't ignore this transgression. Where leaders don't care, don't let their lies give you the wrong impression. Now listen up, Trump. Jerusalem was never yours to give. Despite you killing and bombing, despite what you believe, despite the tears, despite the hearts that still grieve, the Palestinian spirit will always leave.
Bismillah. I refuse to be conditioned. In a world of TV mania, consumer products and pandemonium, false identities hijacking families, the box dictating what it wants to, the outlook of the inferior me conditioning me on health, wealth, style, controlling everything that's mine and taking away rights to a peaceful life.
Mum keeps saying, son, don't stress. But Mum, you don't know how rocky the road gets. How some days I'm left so depressed despite feeling so blessed, but I just feel oppressed. This anxiety has me obsessed. Mum, I'm trying to rest. I swear I'm trying my best to face this test, but it's all a mess. I wish I could worry less, to control the thoughts inside my head. But some days I do wish I was dead, though I may not mean it in that context. But in my thoughts I am dressed, trying to forget all the chaos I've met, how the pain I've let stay in my quest, but I live in a broken nest, worried about what's breaking next.
In the good old US of A, you can get shot for having black skin, kidnapped and murdered for being Muslim. In Great Britain, you can get bathed in acid by a supremacist, or shanked and beaten as a victim of prejudice. And if I'm exaggerating, somebody please explain to me why the lack of melanin is the measurement of relevant residents, accompanied by claims of white presidents, with individuals spitting the same hate as the president while preaching American reverence. Like no blacks, no Muslims, no Mexicans. But growing up, I was taught that diversity is a good thing.
19. By the age of 19, I had established that I am a bad girl. That's why I broke every mirror in the foyer of my frontal lobe so I would not meet the eyes of her who wore me on her skin like a robe, because her was the sort of little girl that would take a bullet for a stranger, and her was the definition of content in an abode of nothing until I tried to change her.
Its ground is of sweet musk and of saffron set, and its roof is the arch, the throne of your Lord clear manifest. Its buildings are, its rocks are jewels polished and finesse, and its buildings are from silver and gold bricks compressed. Its fruits are sweeter than honey every time you try to digest, and every single bite instills your appetite that leaves your senses having to guess, but you're still not impressed. Then the rivers of wine so sweet and sublime, pure and refreshed. The foods they're so refined, on the tables you sit down and dine in your desires are since you print.
I can still hear the sounds of insanity echoing through these hollow halls. I can hear the words within walls, the unanswered calls of broken men with broken faith. Faith was a vessel now shattered into pieces spread out all over the floor, caused by the intensity within these cries when frequency levels were raised to the roof. Can you hear me now? Because back then, words were not birds. Words weren't able to fly freely or roam over the barbed wire. Words were bullets, full of noise, and without context they couldn't penetrate these four walls, so they bounced back off that ancient aluminium door and hit this vase.
To those that live in a council village, the concrete jungle, high rise, but not living so privileged. I mean, those that can't dispose of clothes until the creases are old and the bleach ruins it with the spillages. Let's get real. Let's understand the ordeal. Some of the blood spilled explained through the life of a left realist. It starts with the media, causing us to aspire to be a celebrity, big brother materialist. And if you're feeling this, then relatively deprived, wise guys despise the wealthy lives. Envy's in their eyes, so they're feeling marginalized.
I lead this congregation with holy verses so sacred, requesting goodness from him and ridding the heart of hatred. I slow down to a pause as I finish my plea, and all the brothers behind me hum and agree. Lowering my arms to my side, I break my stance of fortitude and reduce myself to bow down to the greatest in gratitude. As I raise my head once more in absolute appreciation, I kneel down and submit to my Lord in prostration. Forehead to the ground, I remain for a prolonged duration, muttering some sounds and indulging in the sensation of having peace at last, whispering words to the one above, cleansing my past but also beseeching his mercy and love. But I don't take heed at the time as I make all my requests. See, I feel blessed as I confess all of my failed tests. My process is to profess thanks for all of this progress. But I've been down for so long, the brothers are wondering what has me possessed. I end up losing myself in this moment of devotion. Eventually rise again, holding back all of the emotion. Hasten to complete the prayer, so I rush these glowing motions. But the supplications are vivid, so my eyes become overflowing oceans. Now me and the brothers kneel to finish off our obligation, but I begin to feel the sadness leading the congregation. The prayer ends and I'm approached by the people of my nation. They question me on my few moments of hibernation. So you were down for so long, what was it that you said? It's gone red, the point where you rested your head. Now I wipe away the stains of the tears that I've shed and reassure the brothers to ease from the prayer that I've read. I tell him, I was praying for those that would rather not emerge from their beds, but rather emerge dead after the way that this world has them fed. I was praying for the mother that was forced to remove her headscarf out of fear. I was praying for the father that had to explain to his son why he had to remove his beard. I was praying for the children that no one plays with in the playground because their religion is considered weird.
Jazakallah khairan for everyone that's come out tonight. We truly hope that you've enjoyed this, and we do indeed hope to see you at Just Rhyme 3, inshallah. May Allah bless you all. Have a good evening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum. So Just Rhyme is my first headline slot, and I can't think of a better place to have done it.
It was just as amazing as the first one, if not better.
Yeah, just overall good event.
What can I say? Just Rhyme just made my day. I was there at the first event, here at the second event, and the vibes were just mad.
The calibre of people that performed today was on point. So we just kind of need to continue that.
Yeah, man, Just Rhymes, vibes. It was all welcoming. The community today was blessed. Serious bars, open mic people with their performances was amazing. Thank you to the whole Revert to Reality community, everyone that was just here to support us.
He's come out tonight, alhamdulillah, jazakallah khair. He's performed incredibly.
Everyone's performed incredibly.
Everyone's been incredible tonight. He ended us off with the most profound and most, apropos piece about hell. Talk to him, man. Talk to them.
Yo, so really and truly, the first thing I really want to say is people have to calm down, man. Especially to these kinds of events, because this is where you get a good gauge of how the Muslim community is. Sometimes people find it too, especially non-Muslims, they find it really intimidating to go into a mosque. But this is a safe space for Muslims and non-Muslims alike. So inshallah, this should be where we should have, the gatherings in terms of people wait for me. Gatherings in terms of people coming together, inshallah, so on and so forth. Is my fans up there?
He's got his fans over there.
It's just like 3 people. Don't worry. But yeah, It's just like 3
He's
people.
talking about the microphones here, mate. Come on then. Let's show him.
But yeah, man. So yeah, what's up?
Fans, man. No, I'm joking. Seriously though, man, thank you everyone that came out tonight, and by the time you see this video, I hope that you guys relive this and enjoy it as much as we did. Join us for Just Rhyme 3 in May, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum.